Okay, here's my go at a MD82. So this is a big commercial jet, older big commercial jet. I'm sitting at San Francisco on the westward runway, and we'll see if I can get this thing off the ground and bring it back around and land it. Easier said than done with this big jet. Here we go. The software has some really nice little rattles because this is an older plane, then it's going to start to have rattles. And this plane has rattles. Here I go. I'm off the ground. Coming up through 1,000 feet. Going about 220 knots. Coming up through 2,000 feet. Start leveling this thing out. You can see we just took off westbound from San Francisco, so you can see the coast. So I'm going to level this thing out at 2,500 feet if I can. I'm about 260 knots. Okay, start my turn. Back to the east. See the golf course down there? Several golf courses actually. So I'm now northbound. If I were to level out here, I would see city of San Francisco just off the 1 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and turn to westbound. I'm about 300 knots speed. So I'm going to start pulling back on the engines. Okay, so now I am westbound. I can see my airport off 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So I'm just going to proceed pretty much to the other side of the bay before I start my turn back in toward the airport. I'm about 2,500 feet, still going eastbound. 250 knots. These planes are so hard to learn to slow down. Still maintaining 2,500 feet. Actually a little bit lower than that, but I'm adjusting. This doesn't have quite nearly the visibility through the windows as that Cirrus jet, which is so fantastic because the windows are so big, lots of glass. But the MD82 isn't that. Okay, so what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to give it one level of flaps, pull back on the engines. Start to slow this thing down. I'm coming down through 250 knots. I'm going to start my turn to the right, which will be turning towards the south. Okay, there's south. Okay, now I've got my localizer signal. So I'm going to put myself at about a 45-degree angle to the runway direction, which will let me intercept that localizer, which will just help me in terms of this plane. So I'm down about 220, 210 knots. Just keeping this thing slowing down. I'm going to take the gear down, flaps down into landing configuration. I'm at a heading of 225 now. I'm going to maintain that until I see the localizer coming in. I'm at I'm about 2,300, 2,400 feet right now. So I'm watching my localizer, waiting for that thing to start to track in. I'm about 180 knots. So I've slowed it down a fair bit, got my gear down. Okay, now my localizer's coming in, so I'm going to turn into to 280. So I just crossed over the localizer, so I have to correct a little bit and correct back. So I'm at 295, about 15 degrees past the 280 course, and that localizer should start to come back in. Yep, there's my localizer, just about centered. I'll get it back to 280. Alright. So now it's a matter of maintaining my altitude until I get the glide slope. And then I'll track the glide slope down to the runway. I'm right now at 1,500 feet. I see the glide slope starting to come down. Okay, so that helped me out. So now I'm kind of going to ignore all that, and I'm going to start to, for the most part, and I'm going to start to make my way down toward, so I'm at 160 knots. I've got to slow this thing down. My approach should come in around 120. I'm going to move over to the 28 left, line up with the longer runway. 1,000. That's my 1,000 above ground level warning. Alright, so there's my runway. Let's correct my direction a little bit here.
Think rate. 100. Think rate. Think rate. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
10 feet. There's the back gear, front gear down, reverse thrusters. I gotta say, that was not bad. Not bad for not landing this thing very often. That's maybe the third or fourth time I've tried to land this plane. And if you want to see a picture, this is a pretty cool feature of the software. If you want to see a picture of the plane, I can go and shift my view. There I am. That's the plane I just landed. Very cool. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. That's an MD82 at San Francisco Airport.